JP.
And wait, there we started.
Yeah.
Is it started? Because it's more weird. Nah, it's more.
You just muted yourself.
Wait there, why is my intro now playing to me? Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you and we can hear
Hello
you.
there, everyone. Welcome back to Change Rapid TV. For some reason, in my ears and on my screen, my intro's playing, so I don't know why this is gone Manzulu. But you know what, though, boys? It's a pleasure to see you. If you can see me and I can be seen, then that's a pleasure. For those who are wondering the different camera angle and the different sense of audio, it's primarily because of poor Wi-Fi on the laptop. Can't survive with it at the moment, so we thought, you know what? Let's try and be a bit improvisative. Is that a word?
No, I don't think so. But we get what you mean.
Improvisional. Anyway, guys, smash a like, subscribe to Monts. Well, even though he's not here, so I don't even know why.
How do you say Monts' name first?
I have no idea. Subscribe to Husam and subscribe to Mr. Little. Hey, Husam, have you got any slander for Enzo today, even though he never plays on the weekend?
No, there is no need to slander him today.
Nah, okay, nah, fair dues. Tom, how are we, sir? Happy birthday.
I'm good, lad. I'm good. We didn't lose the derby. That's the most important thing. I was able to go out on Sunday night and enjoy it.
Wait there, did you get some best down you, Thomas?
Lad, we played at 12:30 on the Saturday. I didn't stop drinking after 12:30 on the Saturday until 9 o'clock on the Sunday.
Nice. That's what we want right there, brother. You know what I mean? Getting absolutely obliterated. No, it was a crap game. I'm not even going to lie to you yet. I tried to speak about it yesterday because everyone was being bitches after the Everton game. Did you see all the rivals crying?
Mm-hmm.
No,
what was the one? Apparently, Konate's one was worse than the one that we got with Luis Diaz. Apparently now a dodgy red card call is the same as referees not being able to operate VAR correctly. And
people have misunderstood completely the difference between an objective reality and a subjective. And I done a video on this the other day and people were still crying in the comments saying like, oh my goodness, James, those people on your side, the media was on your side. I'm thinking to myself, no, you've missed my point entirely. I'm talking about the objective reality and the subjective reality that the goal against Spurs was an absolute goal. And the only person who realised was a dude who was on work experience. But the difference between that game and this game was the fact that, bro, like people talking about Konate getting a red card, fine. If you want to say letter of the law, typically it's a foul, fine. But we've seen that so many times to a point where it's no longer objective about fouls. It really is opinionated. Also, I don't think it was a red. I don't know if any of you disagree with that, but I don't even think it was a red card. I thought it was harsh. And I know Jürgen came out and said that it should have been, but I disagree.
I think it's one of the ones where if it was Darwin Núñez running through and Tarkowski done that, I'd be asking for the red card.
I don't know. Husam, what are you saying?
About the decisions?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think Konate should have been sent off.
Isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I don't even think Konate should have been sent off. I'll tell you why. There's always logic behind my madness. Sometimes it's crazy, but a lot of the times it's logical. That game, when you look at the stats, we had one yellow card and Everton had one yellow card. The ref was actually letting the game flow. I don't think it was a stonewall red as people
technically speaking, Everton had two.
But now it's been... Don't be an asshole, Tom.
I'm just using logic. You said you were very logical.
Okay, let's ask James. James, did he have to stop me mid-flow to say that dumb shit right there? Be honest.
Yes.
No, he didn't. Didn't.
Thank you, James. See? Now that you heard it from one of your own, you can be quiet finally. My God.
Sam creates so much division between us all, doesn't he?
But James, like, he interrupted me to say technically too. But that's not the point, Tom. That's not the point, you fraud. Anyway. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by the most random point. By the way, big up Monts for joining us. It's an honor to share the screen with a man like Monts, man. Make sure you guys go subscribe. Big Six Bands right now. Love, my brother. Anyway, by the way, just quickly, we've never seen Monts and Tarek Lamptey in the same room. We've never seen Tom Little and Ben Doak in the same room. That's all I'm gonna just put it out there. That's both of them things never happened.
I think I look a bit more like Ben Doak than what Tom does, though.
No, you don't.
Don't you think?
Tom is Ben Doak 2.0, Bobby Clark 2.0, right there, 100%.
That's peak, you know.
100%. James,
Bobby
I don't
Clark's not
think you
even
get
Scouse.
ID'd. You wouldn't get ID'd overseas. Tom would get ID'd 100%.
I get ID'd where I'm from, though. But, like, because there's a rule, isn't there? Like, you've got to look under 25, or, like, if they think you're looking under 25, they've got to, don't they? I remember I was walking into a shop with a friend of mine, and they'd never had an ID. I had an ID. And I said to them, like, okay, so if I had a baby in the pram, I think common sense prevails that I'm not going to give my baby any bevies. Would you be able to save me these bevies even though this baby is not over 25? They said, yes, we would save you the bevies. And I said, well, what's the difference if this person is just my son? You know what I mean? I've gave you my ID. This person could be my son. You don't know the logistics. So why are you being a pussy-hole? Where's the metric? Where's the definitive premise? You know what I mean, though, boys?
100% plot twist. The baby was Tom Little. Anyway, so here's the thing now. See, you interrupt me. Every time you interrupt me, Tom, I'm going to do one of them jokes. Everyone going to laugh and going to get roasted. So anyway, as I was saying, I don't even think Konate should have been sent off. I think we've been forced as Liverpool fans to just go like, oh my God, Konate should have been sent off so we can quote-unquote keep the same energy. The ref, in the context of the game, was letting the game flow. Bro, the guy wasn't giving out yellows every 2 seconds. The fouls were happening and he was just letting it go. It's not like he was out here giving yellows left, right, and center, in my opinion. I don't think Konate should have been sent off. The reason why we were pissed off in the Spurs game is because we weren't even given a fair chance. So let me just give a quick 10-second, 20-second explanation. Against Spurs, our argument had merit because we scored with 10 men, legitimately. We had 6 shots when it was 11v11. We actually showed some form of actually trying to score against Spurs. Everton, other than the Calvert-Lewin header in the 2nd minute, Alisson could have had shisha. He could have had a Cuban cigar. He could have had a cup of coffee. And he was not troubled at all. So to say, quote-unquote, Everton got robbed when they offered nothing with 11 men or with 10 men, literally 6... by the way, after the 98 minutes of football, they spent 6 minutes in our half. So the other 92 minutes we were in their half. Oh my God, Everton were robbed when Liverpool had 26 shots, 6 shots on target, 12 corners, almost triple the passes. We had 81% pass accuracy, which showed we kept the ball. They had 57, which shows they went long ball. Robbed my ass. So they can hold that. Konate should have been sent off. And to all the cringy Spurs fans are going like, oh, you want to ask for a replay now, Husam? Let them replay the game. We'll beat them. How about we replay it? We have 10 men. They have 11. We're still going to beat them. Happy now?
I agree with Husam. Me and Husam are on the same team today. I'm ready to fight all these bitches, fam. Honestly, Tom, I don't even think you hear me. Like, everyone on Twitter was crying like a fucker. They were crying like bitches, all of them. How can you even say that? How do you come to the conclusion? Shout out to Aaron United. He's one of my good friends, right? He's a cool dude. And he's someone who I see... This is what proved to me our DNA is to hate each other's football teams, because there is no way you can come to a logical conclusion and conclude that Everton got robbed out of that game, primarily because of a Konate red card. Let's agree with the hypotheses that Konate deserved to get sent off. What fucking shed of evidence in that game do you see that suggests they were going to do anything? 11 versus 11, 8 versus 8, 7 versus 8. It doesn't matter. They weren't creating no chances because that's not how Sean Dyche plays. And to win games or to get points out of games, you need to try and score goals. Now, granted, the elements of the game that you can say it worked for them is the large parts where they were putting 10 men behind the ball, a Riva FC, and, you know, we couldn't break them down. It was difficult. But you can't sit there and say you deserve to win off of what? 1 shot on target. Onana fucking shooting from the halfway line, trying to do a Xabi Alonso and barely getting it off the fucking ground. You can't use that as the premise. It's got to be an overall conclusion on the game. And you know what? I don't think it's consistent, because the fact that even people were trying to compare it to Spurs, which I knew this was going to happen. I knew now 100%. That You know, because obviously the Spurs game, the uproar that was caused, everyone's going to now use any little micro decision towards us, whereas they don't realise there was no decision prior to this season that was as bad as that one against Spurs, and there's no decision since that's been as bad as that one against Spurs. We had a right to call it out. We were brave enough to call it out, unlike these other teams. You know, I use this analogy. It's like, just because you want to go and bend over in the shower doesn't mean that I need to go over and bend over with you, but I will exercise my free right and my free speech to go to the officer and say, by the way, they're getting bummed in the showers. I don't want to partake in this. So, in conclusion, so we were brave to come out. I don't understand now why people are saying that this decision with Konate is even remotely similar to that one. And to say that they got robbed, well, now you've got to conclude they had a chance of winning, even though they never attacked with 10 men, 11 men. Didn't seem to matter.
Tom,
by the way,
you waffle right now because I heard what you said on the terrace. I dare you waffle. Unless you admit that me and James are superior to you in ball knowledge, and you have to just right now say we changed your mind, because I heard the waffle you said on the terrace. Go on.
What I said on the terrace was we could have went down to 10 men, it wouldn't have changed the game. Honestly, I was happy when they were saying replay the game. Fucking do it again and again and again. We can play it 100 times over. You're not beating us. If I wanted to be pointless, if I wanted to try and argue it, I could say we had a fucking blatant penalty that they didn't give us when when Diaz sent Patterson, he stuck his leg out and it's his leg. That's a pen. He's not won the ball. Diaz is about to turn and put it into Rosette. That's fine. It was still a goal score opportunity. Where's the pen there? It took Michael Keane summoning a fucking taxi like he's a fucking pissed on a night out to get a pen. That was what it took. We had 2 or 3 claims which were not given, which on other days in other games I've seen given. The red card for Ashley Young. Oh, he only made 2 fouls. He also booted the ball into the stand twice, which I think we all seem to forget this because the rest don't enforce the rule after 6 weeks. It's a bookable offence. Okay, now Trent got booked for it against Newcastle, and that sparked a whole other controversy.
Did he really only have 2 fouls? I swear he fouled Gravenberg as well. I could be wrong.
No, I think that was someone else. He had 2 fouls. He committed 2 fouls and got sent off. But
are we talking about Ashley Young?
Ashley Young, yeah.
Did he not get a warning?
No, so he boosted the ball away.
Yeah.
He didn't foul someone when he boosted the ball away. Then he fouled Simicast, which was a blatant yellow. Then he boosted the ball away again. Then he fouled Diaz for the second yellow. Now, both of those booting the ball away are yellow card offences, but none of them were given. There was plenty of time, the time wasted one. Okay, now Jordan Pickford looks...
It's still an offence. An offence is offence. Just because you got a ticket for another crime doesn't mean you still didn't deserve the ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Like, in the grand scheme of things, if I really wanted to be shameless, I'd say it balanced out in terms of shit decisions either way.
Nah.
Because a pen's a pen. A red card's a red card, but it wasn't fucking relevant because you took off your attackers. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I would happily have left Van Dijk on his own against Calvert-Lewin at the back. That would not have bothered me one little bit. In fact, you could have even brought on Danjuma, put Van Dijk in 2-on-1s. I don't care. He's winning them. Another pen for us in the 50th minute, the floodgates open, and you don't come back. So, what do you want? At least this time you got a respectable fucking goal difference instead of a 4-5-0 pumping. And on that, just before one goes, happy anniversary to everyone here. 2 years to the day since we pumped United Old Trafford 5-0.
Yeah.
We're going to be having loads of little nice...
all is at the wheel, at the wheel. All is at the wheel. And now
we've got the Dutch version. The baldy knobhead.
What a moment.
What a great manager. By the way, is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer regarded as like a slight cult hero for Liverpool? Yes or no?
No. I think...
Ten Hag's a bigger hero right now, though.
Yes. Monts, hello to you, sir. Didn't mean to go that long without introducing obviously the most famous man on the panel right now. Superstar, does adverts, does movies. Huge deal. Monts, how are we?
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me, man. Obviously, I'm surprised you didn't say I play for Brighton as well, but it's fine. You missed that one out.
Husam did that one. Yeah, no, what have you?
It's true. I mean, if we're talking, I tried to ignore the whole Konate thing for me because, like, we all watched the game minute 1 to minute 90, and I'm gonna be honest, it was a red card. I think Konate should have been sent off, but the difference is, I think if Konate gets sent off, I think we win 3-0 because when it's 10 versus 10, Everton will play. Everton come out and they want to play, and they think they could do something. When it was 11 versus 11, I wasn't in any doubt that Liverpool were going to win this game comfortably, even though we went in 0-0. Like, there was no doubt Liverpool were going to win this game. so comfortably, by the way. So when we went down, if anything, I'm not even going to lie to you, though, when Ashley Young got sent off, that was when I feared a 0-0. Because I could see the game kind of going in a direction where, cool, if you don't score by the 70th minute, Pickford's going to start diving on the floor again. These men are going to start forgetting where the ball is when it goes off the pitch. You know, Everton shithousery cramping up at the 60th minute and that, all of that foolishness. But when Konate, like, I'll be honest, I know it sounds mad, but cool. I was happy for Konate to get sent off because I felt like it would have opened the game up. But the fact that he didn't get sent off is fine. It's whatever. I agree with Tom. Blatant penalty. For me, I don't know how you can look at the replay of Diaz, watch him chop the defender, watch his knee catch his ankle and go, nah. Do you know what, guys? Yeah, we'll play him. And then what's worse is that was it Tarkowski that handballed it? For the handball, they sent the ref to the monitor.
No, it was Michael Keane. And I love the fact it was Michael Keane because they fucking hate him as well. They were more annoyed than me.
Why did it take so long for that to come to that decision? The freeze frame, he was like this. That was the freeze frame. It's not like, bro, why did the ref have to go, replay it? Yeah. One more time. Just spin it around as well. Spin it around. And then I slow it down. Just at that. Bro, any of us could have looked at that person and go, yeah, pen. Let's do. Like, VAR probably didn't even need to send him to the monitor. It's like they're trying. They were like, there must be a way not to give this pen. Surely. You know, I'll be honest. If they did not give that penalty, I promise you I was screaming at my screen. Like, for them to give that. But it is what it is, man. As you said, they didn't pose no threat to us. I've just got a lot of players I want to big up, man. I've got certain performances that I really want to speak about. So obviously, we'll move on from that.
We'll definitely talk about the pros of the game. Shout out to Ganganteep as well. He says McAllister in the lone sixes and bullied by Onana and Zakore went under pressure. Hence lost the ball a couple of times. Wait there. Isn't bullied? Yeah, okay. Overall, who's better, Konate or Saliba? I think it's a lot closer than we want to admit. In my opinion, I'm not even going to lie. It's low. I'm not going to lie. It's Saliba, you know.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think it's a conversation.
I think Saliba's a better player, but I think Konate is a better defender. I would rather have, if I was going up against a player one-on-one, I would want Konate to go up against them. But it's all other aspects of being a centre-back where I'd prefer Saliba in terms of the ball playing, the leadership. But if I had, just look at the players that Konate has kept quiet. There's a reason why we're happy to leave him with a two-man job on the right-hand side. I've not seen a player keep Vinicius as quiet as Konate has. Vinicius has torn apart some of the best fullbacks in the world. And Konate goes up against him and just bullies him. 13 out of 13 duels.
I think as a player, you can say that maybe as a one-on-one defensive aspect, maybe. I still think Saliba's really good in that aspect, but I think from a passing point of view and all-round play point of view, yeah, Saliba for me, he does. If you're going to say anyone looks generational, you probably have to say Saliba. If there was any centre-back I'd take in the league, it'd be him, for instance. I'd take him over Diaz at City.
Yeah, you can't. Do you know what we can't deny is the fact that Saliba is we act like Saliba isn't strong, isn't fast, isn't afraid to go to ground, because you see what Konate does, how he's able to rough and tough, he's quick, he's strong. Of course, for me, you can tell, bro, he's physically stronger than Saliba, yes. He's probably a bit quicker than Saliba as well. But Saliba's still quick. Saliba still holds the same defensive abilities physically as Konate, maybe just slightly less, and then increased with the ball playing ability. For me, Konate has probably been one of the, he's not, I don't know how to say this, but I do know how to say this. Konate, for me, should not be starting at the moment at Liverpool Football Club, so I can't call him better than Saliba. So,
really?
Yeah, I think Matip's the one who should be starting.
That's not a bad shout. Is it because you think Konate's been poor, or you just think Matip's better?
I don't think any of us centre-backs have necessarily been poor. I just think if there's a pecking order, I don't think Konate's the first in terms of the one who should partner Van Dijk. I think overall, I believe Konate is the second best centre-back at the club. But if we're talking what we've seen from this season and what we've been given from a sample size, I think Matip has been the better centre-back.
I think you've got to look at how they play together, though. So, in the sense of, if you're playing Matip, and I agree Matip is a better player, so much better with the ball at his feet than Konate, but I wouldn't want Matip and Trent playing at the same time at this point, because I think you're going to end up taking a little bit away from Trent. because he's going to be a bit too focused on behind him. Whereas if you put Konate there, Trent can just focus a little bit more on getting forwards, doing what he does with the ball, because he knows he's got the insurance of Konate. Whereas if we're playing Gomez at right back, I think you have to play Matip, because you lose that aspect of passing and being able to break down certain defensive lines and play through the lines when you don't have Trent. You're able to recover some of that with Matip. I feel like if you play Matip and Trent, it's two defenders who want to be on the ball. And I really only want Trent to be on the ball out of them.
But bro, don't you think that for me, and again, there's two things about Liverpool that no one is talking about. No one. And one is the fact that Trent defensively he's been the best he's ever been. Like the transformation from last season, the start of last season, to how we started this season defensively, no one's speaking about it.
He's not having as many reckless moments, to be fair. But Trent's been, but you know what though? Trent's been that before, you know. Trent's actually been that before. There was a spell where I think it was during the time we were winning like the league and whatnot. He was superb defensively. It's why I never agreed with the notion that he was bad. He was probably the weakest of the bunch, but just because he was the weakest of the bunch never meant he was bad. He just ended up getting into a spell where he was just, it looked like he was thinking about the bird that he goosed the previous night. I'm thinking to myself, Trent, stop having your head in the clouds, get back on the pitch, and then But
Hamez, we're privy to lazy. I think we're the team that suffers from lazy narratives the most out of all like the top 6 teams. I think we suffer from lazy narratives because Trent's so good at going forward and he's so good at passing. Like he's got every pass in the book.
Yeah,
people will be quick to talk about his defending by watching Liverpool for one game, or they'll see a comp of a few mistakes. Virgil van Dijk will never be graced as the best defender in the world anymore, or he won't really be spoken about as one of the top 3 defenders in the league or on the planet because he's not Virgil of 2019. And that's something we're gonna have to put forward, and we're gonna have to make arguments for the rest of this season. By the way, because Salah puts in his first bad performance against Everton, but then scores 2 goals, and everyone goes back to telling us he's just a goal scorer. He's just a goal scorer again, just because he had a bad performance against Everton and scored 2 goals. I'm sorry, but when Saka got that one assist against Chelsea, they were like, "Oh my days! Look how Saka went and got that crazy assist, and he played so bad. That shows how good he is."
The standards are higher, aren't they, for Trent?
But this is what I mean when I say we're privy to lazy narratives, like very lazy narratives. Trent is not a horrible defender. Again, as you said, Hamez, he's just the worst defenders that we have. He's worse out of defense. Doesn't mean he's a bad defender. He's been brilliant defensively this season. He locked up Matoma. You not see what Matoma done to Gomez? Second Gomez came on the pitch.
Did you not see what Matoma? Yeah, exactly. This weekend.
Yeah, I was going to say Matoma. This is one thing that I don't appreciate. Is that Walker got absolutely done in by Matoma, and it never got mentioned once on Twitter.
Also, I'm going to defend an extra here. I feel so sorry for James Milner because Man City have been fleecing the fact that Jeremy Doku done him a couple of times. It's not a shock that you've done James Milner. He's fucking 39 playing at right back. It's not an achievement anymore.
They need to appreciate James Milner. He was one of their best players at the start of their friggin' oil era, so it's fine. It's fine. You know what I mean? James Milner, Neymar is still clear. He still won a Champions League before their fucking football club idiots. Don't like Man City sometimes.
James Milner still holds the record for most assists in a single UCL campaign.
I'm just surprised that we've got this far into a conversation about Trent and Husam has not spoke for like 20 minutes. It's absolutely right. Husam, can I ask you something, like sincerely? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Why would I be all right? Yeah, I'm just letting Tom Little speak because I don't interrupt him unnecessarily like he likes to do every show.
Look at this man.
6 points. Technically, he was 2 yellow cards. Oh, thanks. Fucking Dexter over here. Thank you very much. Anyway, yeah, what do you want to talk about? Trent is a generational talent. Trent is absolutely elite. Trent is incredible. I think Trent, the one thing I will say is, as a constructive criticism of Klopp, is I think, in my honest opinion, I really genuinely believe Trent is the only one in this entire squad that can invert. I don't think anyone else in the whole squad can invert. I know we've tried it with Gomez, we've tried it with Matip even in pre-season a little bit. I think inversion should be left for Trent because he does it. He has the skill set. Like if you were to define the skill set for an inverted fullback, Trent would be at the picture of that skill set because he has it all. The low blocks, the kind of playing it from. Did I just say the low blocks? That's not what I meant. What do they call it?
Where the fuck's the ball knowledge gone, Husam? You're bottling
No,
it
no,
right
not
into
the low
the
block.
JR.
Do you mean long balls?
This
No,
is
no.
evidence that Husam waffles.
What do
by
they
the
call
way.
it when there's like a player who plays passes but from deep? The deep lying playmaking,
Oh,
shit
yeah.
like that. You know, the deep lying
How did you get
playmaking.
low
The
block? What was
players.
that?
I don't know why I said low
It's
blocks
the
because
inner
in my
pundit.
mind, you know what it says? Deep lying playmaking helps you against low blocks. So I just said low blocks instead of deep lying playmaking. But anyway, you know, the long passes, the way he keeps the ball,
Yeah.
his passing, stuff like that. So he has the literal, how can I say it? The literal skill set for it. And I think he's unbelievable. And by the way, he's done a fantastic job defensively. We saw Mitoma absolutely cook Kyle Walker away at the Etihad. Same guy that Trent locked up, but you won't hear anything about that because Kyle Walker is not a threat to their Premier League legends, as where Trent literally is. It's not my fault the Premier League right-back slot is occupied by Ivanovic and Neville and Zabaleta and players like that.
Also, there's been a narrative the past couple of days about how Trent
I had
started
to go
the
get some
season
water.
badly.
Tired of Tom's crap. 1 second.
I just started talking. Look at this. No, there's been a narrative the past couple of days about how Trent isn't, he's not had a good start to the season because his creative numbers are down and his crossing numbers are down and all this, that, and the other. I sit there and look at it and go, well, considering the fact he's been injured for half the time, considering the fact that we now no longer have to rely on him solely for creativity, those numbers are going to go down. He is still a big influence on the game as a whole. His defensive level has improved an awful lot. Just because he's not crossing the ball as much doesn't mean he's now, it's over. He needs to go back to how he's doing it. I think that while you have McAllister in that DM role, I think Trent inverting is the best thing for it because it gives him just a little bit more support. The one thing you should be trying to do is give McAllister as much support as possible in that role. And Trent does that. So I don't agree with this narrative that people are trying to run with. That Trent's had a bad start to the season and stuff needs to change about him because just go back to how he ended last season in that role.
Yep.
9 assists in 9 games or 7 games, whatever it was. Best player in the league for the last month and a half. Ran games non-stop. All that's happened now is we don't need to rely on him as much because you've now added Szoboszlai instead of Henderson. And
Perfect timing with what Adam's saying there as well, Tom.
Yeah.
Did I just hear best player? Sorry,
Yeah,
who?
Trent was the best player in the league for the last season.
Fair.
And this season,
He was about to fucking shit on you then.
I don't even know what he thought I was saying.
No, he
Did anyone
thought
say, like,
he
fucking Morata?
Henderson. I think he best in the league.
Yeah,
last
I
season,
heard
and he
best player
Henderson.
and Henderson. I was about to just go mad.
I knew he heard that,
Yeah, that's what I heard, bro. I was about to go like, there is no way, because I know. By the way, Tom was on my side when it comes to the Trent stuff. I was like, there is no way he's doing Henderson prop right now.
Oh my days, that is funny. Tom, did you have a point to finish?
No, I've lost it now. But I just got accused of Henderson prop. It's gone. I'm too busy trying to defend myself from making this crime.
Henderson's getting the most shit. By the way, fun fact, 8th tier of English football match was done yesterday, and that received an attendance of 704 people. Artifact's last game that they lost 1-0, with Gerrard and Henderson obviously being involved, that had 694 people attend that game.
Well, at least Jordan Henderson's being the change for the Saudi league that he wanted, being that big name that's going to draw fans, because that's the reason why he went.
Do you know what I was going to say? Henderson still has a shout above Calvin Phillips for the England squad. Just a random out there topic. He does, because Calvin Phillips is diabolically unavailable, not because of injury, but because of selection, to a point where now he even realises I need to leave this football club, otherwise I'm never going to play. Henderson at least plays football. Over the past 18 months, who's played significantly more football? Jordan Henderson.
I'd sooner have Dewsbury Hall in the England squad than Henderson.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, you were never a Hendo-sexual now, Tom.
No.
I was a Hendo-sexual, I'll be honest.
For two seasons, I was a Hendo-sexual. I'm not even going to lie to you.
I knew what he was doing was good, but you'd never get praise from me for it because he was doing what I could fucking do.
No, James, no, come on. There must have been at least a 2.5 year period where you was a Hendo-sexual, bro. There was
not 2.5, about 2 years. 2 years.
Nah,
13, 14.
I'm shameless. It was 2.5. I'm shameless.
13, 14 as well. He was fine. He was a fine player, but I never saw the hype. People tried to speak about him like as if.
Oh yeah. You know what it is though. For me, like Hendo would do things, that some of like people's favorite midfielders weren't doing. Like, and obviously, cool, they were better, but people. You see that pass to Salah in the 5-0 win.
In the 5-0. Well, he also scored some belter goals. Chelsea goal. Bro. Hey, do you remember his goal? Do you remember his goal against AC Milan in the group stages of the Champions League? That was a smasher.
Bro, the one against Brighton. You see when the ball comes across his body and he closes it. That he used to have that on Smash though. The one thing, because it was the same as his little back post cross. It was the same as his little first time back cross. That's why he used to know how to do it.
But he never had the back post cross on lock. He had it on lock. He wanted to pick out the fullback. God knows his cross rate for Kyle Walker was ridiculous.
Had no one ever. No one's gonna say that 10 years from now. People are gonna say, "Remember when Henderson ran 10 kilometers?" That's what they're gonna say.
To be honest, do you want to know why?
Isn't Husam a proper bastard sometimes? No, seriously, isn't Husam proper ass to his own players?
How about this? Prime Hendo, even against Barcelona. Man balled out against Barcelona, bro, as well.
He ran 10 kilometers that game. Fantastic.
I looked at Henderson and it's how I watch football.
Wow.
I could never praise him to the level I praised other midfielders because he never got praised for technical ability. Whenever anyone said anything good about Henderson,
rightly so.
It was he ran hard, he ran a lot, and he was a good leader. I sit there and go, fucking hell, I could effectively be all that. I can run a lot. But I don't ask 150 grand a week. I don't sit there and go to the media. I don't sit there and go to David Ornstein and start going, oh, PSG want me. Simeone wants me. Come on, get me that contract, mate. No. He was a good he was a good captain for the football club. He was a good servant. But the fact that Kevin De Bruyne got 20 assists in a season and Jordan Henderson beat him out to Player of the Year because he ran a lot. It's just a bit so.
It was when he got the cover of FIFA for me. It was when he got the cover of FIFA. That was brilliant, and I was gassed for him. And I was like, I'm so happy that this meaty player in our midfield's got this. By the way, though, Gini Wijnaldum was very much what Husam described before. Like for a lot of the time at Liverpool, he was never a flashy player. He was never dribbling past players, but you can still respect Gini Wijnaldum, no?
Gini Wijnaldum could do it though. We just limited Wijnaldum.
He could do it, but we're not talking about what players could do. I could get a 6-pack, but we're not talking about what James Redmond can do. We're talking about what he has done, and I've got a 6-pack of roles.
If I was to put Jordan Henderson in the role that Wijnaldum was asked to do, and I was to put Wijnaldum in the role that Henderson was asked to, Wijnaldum would be fine. I think Henderson could struggle at points.
No, Wijnaldum. That's a great point. Wijnaldum went DM, and it made me sick. I vomited in my mouth a little bit, bro. Bro, you lot acting like you ain't seen Wijnaldum in the DM. Wijnaldum's had to play technical side before.
Because that wasn't his role. I'm on about in their pomp, their roles. Jordan that last season.
I can't lie. Monts
shows me that he couldn't do Wijnaldum's role because that last season was Jordan Henderson being told receive the ball in the midfield under pressure and play it off. And honest to God, that was the rebirth of hoofball like we've never seen it before. There was comps made to the beat of a Michael Jackson song where every single beat was a Henderson long pass that didn't come off. Anytime he was under pressure, he couldn't receive the ball under pressure. Wijnaldum was the best at it.
Yeah, no, we was all right at it. But this is a good comment, though, from John. I remember the time where Henderson wouldn't play and we'd struggle. That's true, yeah. Tom, if you're going to be intellectually honest, you'd have to agree that that's
a good leader. For a long time. Mentality-wise, not a doubt in my mind. But we never lacked the ability.
Even systematically, though. He also did have an impact at times because he did it weren't his ability. It was what needed to be done, and he done what needed to be done really well. Put things in the right places.
I always said though, Milner could have done that, but he never played Milner that side.
Yeah,
listen, I disagree. I'll be honest, and okay, maybe this is the Hendo sexual coming out of me a little bit. So
Yes.
He said he wasn't Hendo sexually, still is.
Just
He was
brace yourself.
one of the
Crazy.
600 that Alex
Just-
passed.
Just brace yourself in it. Like, I'm not saying I got a Hendo tattoo on my shoulder or anything, but just brace yourself for a second, innit? I understand Henderson wasn't blessed with the most technical ability in the world. However, there was a time where Henderson was slapping diags and certain passes and the weight of passes. He was able. Henderson's at one point. I think his only good attribute apart from working hard was passing. There was a time where Henderson.
It was all right. It was all right.
Obviously,
It was mixed.
I'm not saying he could pass like Trent. It wasn't like Trent because not many people can pass like Trent. But bro, like Liverpool were playing at a level where we made things that shouldn't be easy very easy. I've seen Wijnaldum slap 40, 50-yard diags. I've seen Joe Gomez slapping 40, 50-yard diags pinpoint in his pomp. Because in 2018, 19, 20, we were androids. And Henderson could do it as well, where to certain passes man were playing, like, bro, like, how are you? Like, so I'm not saying this guy was mad techie, but Henderson, he could offer a range of passing at times. And I don't think that's a stretch to say, personally. And
Henderson...
It's a bit mad to say he had no attributes.
You answered it yourself once. All the other midfielders could also do that, so we needed something else.
Yeah, again, but like what Hamez said, that doesn't mean he's not doing it. We're saying what he done, not about what people couldn't do. It's what he done. If other man done it, then let's go and talk about when we talk about Gomez and when we talk about Wijnaldum, then we'll say we'll add that to their repertoire. But Henderson also did it. Like,
just before we carry on, we'll probably try and limit the Hendo talk because he went to Saudi and lied about taking loads of money, which I kind of lost respect for. I'm not even going to lie to you. Still my guy, but absolute liar. Let me just read this from Honesty Hortensia. Thank you for the super chat. He says, Hendo needs to leave England. Needs to leave the England squad. It's not fair on players like James Ward-Prowse, who is doing bits in Southampton and now at West Ham. Here's my problem with this, and shout out to Honesty Hortensia. I'm going to read out the rest of the super chat you sent. This one was just on topic. Dead quickly, it's not Henderson's job to remove himself or revoke himself out the England squad, with all due respect. If I am Henderson, I'm earning a lot of money in Saudi, and I want to try and stay as relevant as possible, and the only way that relevance is going to be maintained is by being in an England squad around world-class players. It's kind of his last heyday. You've got to put that down to Southgate for me. I don't think it's Henderson's responsibility to revoke himself. But I do agree that James Ward-Prowse deserves it more. Another super chat from Honesty Hortensia. And by the way, I want to thank him for becoming a member for 2 months, you freaking legends. And before I do read the chat, smash a like, subscribe to not only me, but all the boys on this panel for donating the time to this channel. Husam, Monts, Tom, all of the links are in the description. Honesty Hortensia says, big up everyone. Have you seen these Spurs fans on the terrace saying they are going to win the league? They are going to brush City aside. You are probably more terrace watchers than me. Husam, have you seen this?
Yeah, I did see it. I did see it. And I'll be honest with you, I think it's a little bit wild. Spurs fan have been just moving. You know what it is? Let me tell you exactly what happened, okay? And I'll use Tom Little as the perfect example because Tom is the Spurs here. Let's assume that myself, James, and Monts became millionaires. We worked our asses off to become millionaires. And Tom Little became rich through crypto. Tom wouldn't know how to behave when he's a millionaire. But me, Monts, and James would know how to behave. Tom Little is Tottenham Hotspur in this example. They just don't know how to behave. The funny thing is, Spurs fans, and I know me and Monts are actually polar opposite when it comes to the Spurs kind of Arsenal thing. But last season, at the same exact time, even Monts will tell you, Spurs fans were telling Arsenal fans, yo, it's October. Well, guess what, Spurs fans? It's October. So you need to calm down and wait till the time is right.
Weren't they top of the league in the COVID season as well, Husam? I swear they were top of the league.
They were with
like
Conte
December.
and Mourinho, by the way. Conte and Mourinho.
I was going to say, in December of the COVID season, like the full COVID season, they were top of the league and we went and spanked them and then they started going like that.
I think, I'm going to be real, like, I agree with you, look, but I'm looking at Spurs right now, and if I had to assess every team over the span of 9 games, for me, Spurs have been the best team performance-wise. They put in the most good performances out of every top team in the top 4, and they have the most points on the board. Like, you know, Arsenal fans are here trying to glorify the fact that they're playing shit and getting results. Spurs are playing well and getting results. So I'm sorry, Arsenal fans. You're better than Spurs, but this season, you haven't been better than Spurs. Spurs are, again, they are 11 men. The second certain man leave that pitch, they become Burnley. But that we're not gonna talk about that. We'll talk about what we're seeing. Word to Hamez, I'm gonna reference you again. What they've done, not what can happen. In terms of what they've done, they have been the best performing team in the Premier League as it stands. City have had performances where they've looked shaky, and ultimately have paid the price by losing certain games. Okay, fair enough, they lost Rodri, but you know, losing Rodri, they shouldn't be losing to Wolverhampton Wanderers if they lose Rodri. I'm sorry, that's not an excuse for City. They lost Basuma and they made Fulham look incredibly ordinary. The same Fulham that worked Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Oiled Arsenal up, oiled them up, bro. Oiled them up, and so told you get over here. Pause. Told Arsenal get over here. So now, if you really want to talk like expectation, no one has any expectations of Spurs. But if we're talking about the sample size, they have been the best team in the league. I just think we have to be realistic with it. It doesn't mean they're the best club and they're going to win the league, because they're not going to win the league. Unfortunately, someone's going to get injured because it's football, and they're going to have a drop off. When Son and Maddison came off, they looked horrid. They looked horrible. Horrible. But the minute their first 11's been there, for me, Basuma has been just as good as Rice. Madison's been better than Odegaard. And they don't even have a real strike force. Like Kulusevski and Richarlison aren't all that. But they're doing, do you know what they're doing? They're executing the system to a T. And he's just doing a very good job at the moment, man. If he gets backed, it could be interesting as to what we might see maybe next season for those guys, innit? Like I don't know how Manchester United fans can be Ten Hag in after seeing what's going on with Spurs, innit? That's all I'll leave that one at.
I think we've been better than Tottenham.
Nah, low key in a way, but overall, I think they've got.
I look at Tottenham's games and discount R1 because fucking robbery.
Because it was a heist.
They've played Luton, well done.
GTA.
They've played Sheffield United and needed a 100th minute winner to stop Sheffield United, who are still yet to get a win this season, getting a point.
Tom reminds me of Jimmy, low-key.
Oh, wait, Tom, let me stop. Tom, let me stop you.
Jimmy
Man City struggled against Sheffield United as well, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Man City struggled away.
Sheffield United have caused problems for most top 4 teams they played. It's to take late winners and stuff to beat them most of the time.
At Bramall Lane. This was at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Fair enough.
That's at home, home, where they're supposed to be, unstoppable. Who else did you play? Bournemouth. Well done. You beat Bournemouth, who were about to sack the manager. And what is the other one they've beaten? Can't remember off the top of my head now. Is it the other newly promoted side? Burnley, yeah. Burnley. They beat Vinny Company's Burnley. They had a good result against United. Mind you, Crystal Palace have had good results against United. Galatasaray have beaten United. A lot of teams have beaten United this year. That is slowly losing its weight. All things considered, I look at our games, I look at our situations. I think we've been better. And in our game against each other, 11v11 and 10v11, we were better than them.
Big up Wisdom, the cat.
We've had our injury problems, we've had our suspension problems, and we've still performed better. So
I was waiting for you, Sam.
I think they were just as dangerous as us when we had winners 11 versus 11. I think it was a 50-50 game. I think it was a 50-50 game. Maybe tip one way, tip the other.
I thought we got bummed, to be honest. I'm surprised loads of people thought that was so close. Nah, we did. We just done well defensively, innit? We just done well at holding off and surviving, but they actually did batter us.
Which game are you talking about?
I'm on about first half at top.
No. We were the better team.
Second half.
First half.
James,
Second
11
half we got fucked, boys. Nah, second half we got fucked. We got fucked. I've never seen us get dominated
We
so
literally
much.
scored a goal against them with 10 men. We actually scored twice against them with 10 men.
Okay,
but playing better, like creating more chances.
As well.
Nah, but creating more chances, conducting the game, they were better in the second half. And they were better in the second half than what we... If we was better
with
in the
9
first
men,
half...
it's expected because we were only defending. But I'm talking about the rest of the game.
I still thought it was a lot more even than you were painting out. I don't think it was just like we battered them and that was the fundamental.
11v11, 100% we win. 10v11, 100% we win.
Yeah, I think we win. I think we win. I just think they play better.
Yeah, I'm gonna be bro. even at the game, I can't get over what Klopp was the way Klopp was screaming at McAllister. I can't get over the way that first 20 minutes against Spurs. Yes, we created a few chances, but for me, Spurs were just as much as in that game at 11 men as Liverpool were in that first 20, 25, whenever it was that Curtis Jones got sent off. And even if you want to talk mathematically, let's say all and what should happen was that game ends in a draw, right? That's maybe a fair result. Let's say that game ends in a 1-1 draw. That means Tottenham have one less goal difference and they drop down 2 points. They'd still be top of the league on goal difference. They'll still be top. Everyone would be on 21 points and they'd have 13 goals. They'd have 11 goals on goal difference.
So City would be above them.
And what City's goal difference? 12 or 11. Oh, so they'd still be. But you get my point, though.
And we would be above them.
If only Tom was playing the highlights on FIFA of that Spurs game, we win it 100%.
If that Tottenham game ends as a draw between us and Tottenham, we're above Tottenham.
Yeah, by 1 goal, because our goal difference would be 1 goal.
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
Yeah.
It would be
Monts,
1 goal.
you cannot say that we didn't at least deserve a draw.
No, I said we deserve a draw.
Minimum, right?
I said if the game ends in a draw, obviously you'd either go into our goal difference, I think would be on 12, and you take away a goal from there, so there'll be 11. So it would be everyone in the top would be on 21 points, and obviously Arsenal and Tottenham would be third and fourth, and we'd be first and second with City. But the point still stands that Tottenham would still be there regardless of that result. Still be.
I don't think they'll be there in May when it matters.
Yeah, no one's saying that though. But this is the thing though. I don't think all Spurs fans are actually saying we're going to win the league. I think a lot of them are just trying to enjoy where they are. There are some Spurs fans that take it too far.
I think what it is if you were to look at all these teams that could or should be on 21 points, should we say, Tottenham are the one that have had everything go their way so far, and yet they still haven't been able to put up.
Even yesterday against Fulham, by the way, I don't know which one of you watched the game.
I watched the game.
The gap isn't that big.
Bro, second half Fulham, how many times did they get into dangerous
I
positions?
don't even need to go to Fulham.
Yeah, but
I'll go to Luton.
We fuck up and Alisson saves us, bro. Like that's what
they scored from 2 mistakes. Factually, 2 Bassi errors.
Yes,
straight up errors,
bro. Tottenham fucked them up, bro. Yes, Bassi had a Spurs shot under his jersey. Yes,
twice, both. Second goal, he just passed it to the Spurs player.
I don't think you can criticise Tottenham for forcing errors through pressing. That's just good play. That's how we done it. The game I would look at.
I'm not talking about pressing. Bassi for both goals passed it to the Spurs player.
Yes, because he was being pressed.
Because he's a left back playing right centre.
It's both. They can press
well going their way.
No, but Sam.
This is how I know I'm right. Whenever Tom does all this face expressions, I know I'm right.
I'm itching my fucking head.
Because Sam, the reason, Sam, bro, if Tottenham are pressing high and pressing well, and it's also called forcing the mistake, because for him to make the mistake, Bassi is the trigger press. He is the trigger press. Come on, he's the guy where you go, yeah. As soon as he gets the ball, he's the trigger press, and then Spurs press at the right time, and Van der Ven still has to play the pass first time to make this a clear-cut opportunity. So I'm not saying Calvin Bassi should be alleviated the blame, but it's both. Like, there was good pressing and Calvin Bassi had a Spurs shirt.
Okay, if I ask you right now, genuine question. Monts has to give me one reason why Spurs won yesterday. Would you say Bassi or would you say Spurs were amazing?
No, I'll go with you and I'll say Calvin Bassi, but I also think Spurs win that game without Calvin Bassi's mistakes.
Yeah, and Monts, here's the thing. We and you both know there will come a time in which things don't go your way. We know this. This is just regular.
Yeah, 100%. But we can't stand there and go, "Oh, things have gone your way, so you don't deserve the credit you're getting." Bro, at the end of the day, like when we won the league,
they deserve credit, but I don't believe they've been the best.
Do you think it's over credit? That's the thing. Do you think people are doing too much?
To an extent, because it's Spurs, and obviously their expectation plays a part, because they weren't expected to be in the top 4. Ange didn't have too much expectation. However, I don't like when people say Ange didn't have a job in his hands. Ange, the job he had, obviously losing Harry Kane and having to make do with the players he's got and kind of reconfigure his own style of play with a bunch of players who clearly were looking out of favour. For me, he's done an exceptional job,
good,
and he's exceeded expectations. Now, I think Spurs' time is limited. I think it's as simple as that. However, if they keep winning and they keep getting results, I can't hate, because guess what? 3 points in the Premier League this season is very difficult to go and get. Like
Mhm,
there are 3
mhm.
points that separate the top 3. Unfortunately, I look at Liverpool and go, there are games where we have been shit, and there's also a game that we have lost. Fair enough, we got cheated the game we lost, but Liverpool haven't performance-wise, and we haven't been
We should have been undefeated,
amazing.
low key, when you think about it.
Yeah, we 100% we should be undefeated. But I'm saying Spurs for me have been better performance-wise than the rest of the 3 teams, and they've got the best results. And yes, we can talk about the games that we play, but you can only play what's in front of you. And
Okay, let me tell you about the overcredit thing, since you disagree. Today's Telegraph, never before in the Premier League has a manager had such a rapidly transformative effect on a squad, on a club, on a fan base. This is the Telegraph. And the title is Tottenham are no longer Spursy under Postecoglou. Right here. Official newspaper, the Telegraph. This month, it's getting to the stage now where this month, Mo Salah could score 10 goals. We'd beat every single club we'd beat, and they'd give player of the month to Maddison. We could win every single game. Etihad away, and manager of the month would be Postecoglou.
okay, but why doesn't Pep get manager of the month every month?
That's not the point.
That's exactly the point. That is exactly. You just said Liverpool can win 10 games. 10 games. Sorry, Mo Salah can score.
Eddie Howe transformed Newcastle more than Postecoglou transformed Spurs. Before the money even came in, he saved them from relegation when we all thought they're going to be in the championship.
Yes, bro. And aware. And when we talk about Eddie Howe, we can talk about Eddie Howe. But at the moment, when we're talking about Spurs, also we can't just. I just don't think we're using like the eye test thing does come in as well. Like, bro, like these men are passing the eye test. If we're looking at the individual performances of certain players, Papi Sarr, Basuma, for me, he's in that mold of the 3 DMs for me. When it's Rodri, Rice, and Basuma, those 3 are the ones that are standing out to me. Like we can't ignore what these men are doing and with the individual performances. Son was done out last season, absolutely done out.
I don't think anyone's disputing that they're playing well. But I would not say they've been the best side in the Premier League this season.
Who's been the best side in the Premier League?
Us.
No way.
I think we are. I think we've been the best.
I think we've been better than Spurs.
I think you consider everything as a factor. Yeah. Everything as a factor. We've been better than Spurs this season.
Monts, if we had the start that they had,
we played 3 games of 10 men, so and one with
exactly.
Monts, exactly.
This is part of the point.
Thank you.
We have had pretty much everything go against us. We've had dodgy decisions. We've been down to 10 men. We've had plenty of games,
and
plenty of tougher games against top opposition. We've had injury problems. We've had all sorts, and yet we are still winning.
Tom, you can even name them.
Do you know, before you go, can you still hear me? Because my earphones are no longer in. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, unfortunately we can. But anyway, as I was saying, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we can hear you, James. Anyway, Tom, you look at the top 10 teams we played, and Monts and James. Listen, I had to violate James once. Even though in his home ground, I had to violate him once. The top 10 teams we played Newcastle, we played Brighton, we played Chelsea, we played Spurs,
Villa.
Already 4. We haven't played Luton, we haven't played Sheffield, we have not played Bournemouth, we've not played...
We have played Bournemouth.
We have played Bournemouth.
We played
Villa.
Villa.
Not played Luton or Sheffield or Forest or any of these bottom teams. We haven't played them yet. That's another thing as well. So I can't lie to you. Wolves away, where City lost. We went to Newcastle away, we won. We went to Spurs away. We've had a much more difficult start. Brighton, by the way, as well. We played away from home.
The top 10. We've played 5th.
All of them away, by the way.
9 and 10th. Not all of them away. We've played 5th at home, 6th away, 7th away, 9th at home, and 10th away.
Who's 5th at home? Oh, Villa.
Villa at home, Newcastle away, Brighton away, West Ham at home, Chelsea away.
4 of their game months has been the bottom.
Sorry, I forgot Tottenham as well. I forgot Tottenham. So you've played over half the top 10 already.
But I thought we played quite bad against Chelsea in periods of games, and then there's been other games this season where we played quite meaty. Like in terms of performance, I understand the circumstances, injuries, red cards, refereeing decisions. I still think performance-wise, there's teams that's been better.
I'll be honest. I'm someone who, when it comes to is a team doing well, I don't care about how good their performance looks, because I'll say it as it is. We were better in 18-19 than 19-20. But we were a better team. We looked better. We had better form and everything in 19-20, even though we played better in 18-19. We have not played as well. We have been in second gear, maybe third gear if you want to take a push forward.
And that's our responsibility. Bro, if we're in second gear, We can't go, oh, we're in second gear so we can be better. When them man are in first gear and performing better, that's not their problem. That's our problem. That's why I said that. That's why I said.
But again, I wouldn't say that
Arsenal, bro. Hold on, Tom. Arsenal are not the best team in North London at the moment. It's just as simple as that. That's why, because Arsenal still have gears to go up. Arsenal are the better team. They have the better squad and they have the better first 11, and they can be better. Same with City. Same with Liverpool. But if Tottenham are playing out of their skin, and we're not playing out of our skin, that's our business. Like, I'm looking at West Ham was a decent performance. Wolves was not a good performance. We took the last 5 minutes to go and win that game after an abysmal first half. Chelsea, we were meaty. They were better than us. Tottenham, 50-50. Once you went down to 10 men, obviously they're going to be better than us. Brighton, meaty. Again. So that's over half of our performances where it's like you can't say Liverpool are balled out. Liverpool are balled out. And that's our own problem. That's not something to knock Tottenham for because you played harder teams. You see what I'm saying? Tottenham
still going to finish.
Again, I could sit there and look at Tottenham and try and like nitpick some of their. I didn't think they were good against Brentford. Didn't think they were, scintillating against Bournemouth. They were good against Arsenal. They were good against Burnley. They were good against United. I thought they were a bit shit against Sheffield United and needed a 100th minute winner and a red card. Against us, I don't think. I think it was a very tight game, and I gave us the edge when teams were level. I thought they were crap against Luton. And Luton will be kicking themselves because that was a chance to get points, which they need. And yesterday, I thought they were good in spells. So I look at us and I go, we've still got the results. We are still getting tough results, still grinding out wins, still having a great defence, still having a strong attack. I look at all that and go, I think we're better than Tottenham. And I think the performances, the results, the teams we've played have been better. That's not about style of play because they have looked nicer on the islands. They've had some nice moves. They've had some nice goals. But I couldn't care about whether it takes 50 passes or 5 passes. The matter of fact is, we are still winning our games against tougher opposition.
Just before Monts goes, just before you go, I just want to read these super chats because I believe there'll be gentlemen probably thinking I'm not going to read them out. So shout out to Honesty Hortensia. He says, man, then please go watch Tom Little's EAFC stream. He is moving mad. I know for sure Husam will be mad. I'm just saying he sold a certain legend.
Did he sell Mo Salah?
Mo Salah went to PSG, yeah.
What the fuck? Why would you sell Mo Salah?
Can you give him a timeout, James, please? Or can you put him bottom row?
Hold on.
Time him out. Yes, 10 second, 15-second timeout till you draw the second one.
15 seconds. Wow.
Piece of shit selling Mo Salah. What a fraud. And by the way, I watched Tom play FIFA. Let me expose him before you add him. This is Tom Little, right? Tom Little will get a one-on-one with Mo Salah. He's the guy controlling him. He misses the one-on-one, and he's like, "You're fucking shit at finishing. You're the one controlling him, you shit FIFA player. You're the one controlling him."
Husam, I won the league.
Okay, 1 second. Monts, do you play FIFA? Because
that's efficiency right there, Husam. He sold Salah and won the league.
No. He won it with Salah.
I won the league with Salah and I sold him.
Yes, I do play FIFA. Yes.
Isn't Salah like one of the easiest players to finish with in the game, right?
Oh, sometimes you don't even have to put direction on his shots. You can just press.
And this guy misses with Salah and then blames him.
Look at this. Look at this. Right. It says a lot. It says a lot.
76 goals in its first season.
Yeah. 76 I can see the 76 in the league and still won because I scored 120.
Okay.
Had the best goal difference in the league.
We'll see how long.
Darwin Núñez outscored Mo Salah. What does that say?
Yeah, because you play him more games. And you play him in the Europa League.
No, I didn't. They play the same amount of games, mate. They're in the same squad.
No, they don't. That's a lie. I checked your statistics. Don't lie.
Some. I sold Salah.
How much did you sell him for to PSG?
105 mil, I think. That was all I could get.
That's it?
Last year's deal.
You sold him for Declan Rice money?
Because. Right,
I cannot even do
that. Am I allowed to?
I don't even associate with Tom Little. I associate with Monts. Subscribe to Big Six Bands. I associate with James Redmond. Subscribe to JRTV. I do not associate with Tom Little. I do not associate.
Am I allowed to, suggest who I replaced him with?
No.
My replacement. I managed to get Victor Osimhen for less money than I sold Mo Salah for, so he's up front with Núñez now. I had the Jamal Musiala in behind alongside Szoboszlai, and my two fullbacks are Paqueta and Morgan Gibbs-White.
Morgan Gibbs-White's a bit of a shit son and not even.
He's at left back. He plays left back. Paqueta plays right back. The inverse.
Fucking hell, you are a little club region, aren't you? Playing Morgan Gibbs at friggin' left back.
Yeah, and Paqueta's at right back. Trent's in DM.
Where's Trent?
Trent's at DM.
Okay.
I suppose it's FIFA, so the dynamics work differently. Shout out to James Bond. He says Fulham draw over Arsenal. Oh, they oiled them up. Wolves beat City, get no praise, but City should be embarrassed. Monts, you're a banter merchant. You're a banter merchant. Monts, how do you feel?
Clearly he doesn't listen to anything I said, because I said without Rodri, that's no excuse to be losing to Wolves. So
Hey, Rodri should win the Ballon d'Or. Just before we conclude, Rodri Ballon d'Or. Do we all agree?
I'm there. I can see that. I'm there for it.
I think he deserves it, mate. I think he deserves it more than Haaland, you know.
The level of disrespect to Lionel Andres Messi.
Let's not open this kind of worms.
We're talking about the same Lionel Andres Messi.
The GOAT.
The
GOAT.
Sam, are you talking about the same Lionel Andres Messi who would be relegated in the MLS if relegation was a thing?
Whoa. I'm not going to criticize the GOAT of football for taking his family on vacation to Miami. Let me ask you a question, James Redmond. Would you stay up till 3 a.m. to watch Rodri play for Inter Miami? No, you wouldn't. Would you stay up till 3 a.m. to watch Haaland? I know for a fact you wouldn't. All you had to do is just watch an episode of Frankenstein. So now what you're going to do is put some respect on Messi's name. Messi. Big up, Phil. We're winning the Ballon d'Or. We're winning the Ballon d'Or. That Ronaldo argument is dead now. Number one.
What you've just done there,
the GOAT
is you've just
World
done
Cup
like
winner.
You've just done, just because more people would watch Conor McGregor opposed to Khabib Nurmagomedov does not mean that Conor McGregor is better than Khabib Nurmagomedov. Also, just because Messi,
more people would watch Khabib.
That's a lie.
No, that's not a lie, because the entire Middle East and North Africa watch him.
Let me tell you, the pay-per-view buys that Conor McGregor generated significantly is higher. Yeah, let's do Khabib versus Poirier, and let's do Conor versus Poirier. Which got more?
So you're checking, you're using one in COVID? Wow.
What got more pay-per-view?
He's using a COVID pay-per-view. That's crazy.
It's not about COVID pay-per-view. It's about they were both COVID pay-per-views. Conor was more on the other side of it, but still. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to say
the same guy who does endo prop, by the way.
Both the same opponents, and Conor got more.
What does endo have to do with Conor McGregor?
We did sign McGregor or Khabib. We didn't even sign Nate Diaz. We signed that guy who got knocked out in the first second. What's his name? Ben Askren. That's who we signed.
Nah, Endo's better than Ben Askren, bro. Respect my Endo. Respect my Endo.
No, he's not.
Messi shouldn't win Ballon d'Or, but that's just me.
Yes, he should. Yes, he should.
Can I quickly just revisit one of the comments, or loads of the comments were saying that this is Liverpool 2.0. That's why we were shit at the start of the season. So what was Tottenham? Is that not like a new lease, a new manager? Because if we swap places, we'd be saying, oh, we had a whole new manager. Why are we seeing things one way? It's confusing to me.
I don't think anyone's trying to discredit the Tottenham have also had to bring in new players. That's why I've not mentioned.
But people use the excuse that Liverpool have a new midfield. Didn't Tottenham have a new midfield?
Kind of. They had one player. We had three.
My point is, and they had a whole new manager.
Mm-hmm. Again, so, I never said it.
Yeah,
so
you said that. No, so I didn't say you said that. I'm just saying. Listen, let's forget who's been better. Again, me and James think Tottenham have been better. Husam and Tom think obviously Liverpool have been better. Again, let's just talk about Graven Beckenbauer. Obviously, I know it doesn't actually work football-wise, but I just like the way it sounds, isn't it? Can we just talk about the maestro and how good?
I mean, my shout for the Ballon d'Or is Salah, but well, that's by the by.
I just want to talk about Gravenberch. Can we talk about Gravenberch? Why are we not partying about Gravenberch?
Because Curtis Jones is better.
Do that dead quick. Yeah, dead quick, Monts. Give us a little insight on Gravenberch before we wrap up.
Oh, wait, the man who done a dissertation on the Croata, and the man who's done a thesis on the Croata, and the man has actually spent 7 years in university, a master's and a doctorate on Adam Lallana's Croata, and backwards, frontways, round, the scoot turn, the turn where you fake it one way, the Coutinho turn where he fakes and drop his shoulder and he brings it the other way. The man who studied that for 7 years before kicking the ball and then executing it perfectly upon his first 8 games for Liverpool. That man.
Nah, he's the guy. I'm not even going to lie. Wait there, can we all agree that? Wait there, Husam, Tom, can we agree that Gravenberch is better than McAllister?
No.
Yes.
Nope.
Actually, I need to see McAllister in the 8 though. Let me see him cook in the 8 first.
No,
Thank you.
We've seen it. We've seen Gravenberch in the 8, and we've seen McAllister before Brighton. We saw it for Brighton. And it's
I mean,
not good scrapping
Bro,
it.
you know McAllister was up there last season for being in the team of the year. Come on now. It's not...
Well done. I swear Lallana's been in the team of the year. I swear other players have been in the team of the year.
No,
Players
Lallana
like
hasn't been in
Konate.
team of the year. You just made that up.
No, Lallana was in team of the year
Lallana's
in
never been in
2013.
team of the year.
He was in team of the
No,
year
I
in
don't
13,
think so.
14.
Oh, so Husam's got no ball knowledge we're establishing right now. Oh,
Oh, sorry, I don't remember every fucking team of the year.
He was,
you're
at South,
dumb.
he
No,
was in
just
team
don't
of the
make
year
the
at
claim.
Southampton.
Don't say
Let me Google
that
it
my
quickly.
claim was false when you didn't know. You know what I'm saying, Husam?
I don't want to make that comparison because I look at McAllister and Gravenberch as they'll offer different things. I feel I have an awful lot.
Stop this.
I don't think he's better though, because
No,
I would rather have
people do this
McAllister
with
in the
Lionel
final
Messi and
third.
Ronaldo. People
I'd
do this
rather
with
I'd rather have McAllister in the
Shit,
final
Lallana
third.
really was in the team of the season that year.
Exactly.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is though, is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Ronaldo, Messi, different player. Messi's better. Let's not take the fucking piss. And it should have never been a conversation, by the way.
Gerrard, Sturridge, and Suarez were from our team that year. If only we had one good fucking centre back, man. You know,
Our
Van
best
Dijk and
centre
Gerrard.
back
played
scored
together.
5 own goals
We
that year.
did, but we sold him. Our manager said he was surplus to requirements. We did.
Daniel
have a-
Agger?
Sacco.
Yes,
Sacco.
no, Agger, Daniel Agger. We did. have a good-
Agger was there in
Daniel
13,
Agger's
14.
injury is fucked though,
No,
bro.
no,
Agger.
No, but he was better than what he's better than
Agger was there that season. Agger played that season. He just kept
Skrtel's
getting injured.
highlight was 2
Purpose
goals,
to
not
reply
nothing
at
defensively.
Bro,
That's like saying, Monts, that's like saying give Thiago another chance next year. Like there's no point.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
Agger was better than. I'll allow
So was
Skrtel.
Thiago.
I'll allow
No,
Skrtel.
Thiago.
Monts is right.
Monts.
Monts is right, by the way.
He's absolutely right. Daniel Agger was our second best centre back in the Premier League era, in my opinion, up until
Until Klopp, you mean?
what?
Until Klopp, yeah, we agree.
Yeah.
Until Klopp.
Yeah, Agger was defo. I thought he was better than Carragher. The point is, though, Thiago's one of the best midfielders.
So who's
we've ever
number
had.
one? Who's number
But
one,
he still
James?
needs to go.
Hippier. He will have had
Hippier, right?
Agger.
Yeah, Hippier number one.
Oh, thank God. I thought you... Oh, if he said Carragher, we would have fought.
Nah, Carragher was
Skrtel first? Did you not rate Skrtel? Did you not rate Martin Skrtel?
Oh no, Martin
rated
Skrtel's
him.
done. No.
Did you rate Martin
Tom,
Skrtel?
Martin
that
Skrtel
was
was a
before your
shit.
I
time,
did not
Tom.
rate
You know
Martin
what it is?
Skrtel.
That was before
He
your
was
time,
one for
Tom.
the
You were
people,
3 years
innit?
old at the time. Relax.
He was for the people.
I did not rate Martin Skrtel at all. I did not rate a single defender we had at the football club in 13-14. That's how crap it was.
Martin Skrtel was low-key not that bad, I'll be real with you.
He wasn't that bad, man. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Martin Skrtel was.
He scored
awful.
twice against Arsenal, 2 headers in 5 minutes.
See,
He
this
was
is
the
the thing.
goal scoring centre back.
Again, this is the thing.
You know how
It's
mad
like when
was
it's
that
like
season?
the logic I use for Henderson. They praise Henderson for stuff others could do. I
Oh
don't
my
care if
God,
my
this
centre back's getting me 5 goals a season. He's scoring 5 own goals because he's that shit at
Do you
defending.
remember? Tom,
No,
Tom,
he
Tom,
didn't score
Tom,
any
Tom.
own goals, don't lie.
Tom, do you remember Skrtel's goal? Tom, do you remember Skrtel's goal?
Yeah,
against
Google
Man
it, Google it,
City?
because you have zero ball knowledge.
Do you
Anyway,
remember
what one?
Skrtel's goal against
The-
Man City?
The volley.
Yes.
Oh,
What a
when we
volley.
nearly broke the net. Oh,
yeah.
Martin
that was
Skrtel
horrible.
scored 7 own goals.
so
So,
7? He scored for the opposition 7 times. You're going, so?
not that season, you mean his whole career?
His
Yeah,
whole
his whole
career, his whole
career.
Premier League career.
No one's
Martin
talking about
Skrtel
his whole
scored 7
career,
own
you
goals.
fraud.
That is the second most in Premier League history.
Okay, guys, just so you guys know,
how many own
Tom
goals does
Little,
Matip have?
was 3 when Martin Skrtel made his debut, so he doesn't remember Martin Skrtel.
How many own goals does Matip have? I think I'll have a little look now.
Tom Little was born in 2006. Out here talking about Martin Skrtel. You weren't
We'll
there,
talk about Martin Skrtel because he was shit.
bro. You never even watched Gerrard. Don't even do that.
Hey,
Right, Matip has 2. Matip has 2 own goals in his Liverpool career. Martin Skrtel had 7 Premier League own goals his whole career.
Well, and
That
I'll
doesn't
tell you,
include cups.
That own goal lost us the Premier League because that own goal from Kevin De Bruyne's. You see that Matip own
That
goal.
wasn't own
The
goal.
ones that you see, there's important.
They weren't own
There's
goals.
important
Both actually were KDB. Both.
They weren't own goals. They weren't own goals. Yeah, Carragher scored own goals. Carragher has the same amount of own goals as Skrtel despite playing 10 more seasons.
And how many goals did Skrtel have compared to Carragher?
I know I was
That's
going to say
fantastic.
he made up for it though.
You know, Carragher had like 3 goals in his entire Premier League career.
You know, but the
He
thing is,
nearly,
yeah,
he nearly
Go on.
scored that world-class smasher against was it Everton?
QPR.
Before he left.
QPR on his
QPR.
final game.
Sorry,
Wait,
yeah,
how
keep
many-
going.
how
It's
many-
final game.
How many headers did
Tom,
did
why are you
Trent-
just
how many
copying
goals
my
did Trent
answers?
score for Liverpool?
You weren't
How many
watching
goals did he
football
score?
back then.
Listen to Husam. I guarantee if someone wants to chuck up a Liverpool quiz, I'd batter Husam.
How many
didn't even know
goals?
what
Yeah,
I'm
because
just idiot.
Wikipedia is on your homepage.
How
Lad,
many
I'll
goals?
100%. If someone sets it up, I'll go on a quiz against you, Husam, and I'll fucking batter you. Simple.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes,
No,
I
you
would.
wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
That's a head
No,
to
you
head.
wouldn't.
Husam, you should do that. I'll be. Yeah,
I'll-
Name
Husam,
I'll
name
pass
10 players. Name 10 players. Name 10 players right now. Pre Benitez. Go on.
Pre Benitez. Okay.
Yes. Go
El
on.
Hadj Diouf, Salif Diao, Bruno Chedum, Sander
Hadj Diouf.
Westerveld,
Okay.
Marcus Babbel, Stefan Hencho, Nicholas Anelka, Michael Owen, and Patrick Berger. I can also go for Robbie Fowler, John Barnes, Ian Rush.
Robbie Fowler played with Benitez. You've been exposed.
Okay, sorry,
that's
we'll
one
discount Robbie Fowler.
2007 when he came back.
We'll discount Robbie Fowler's return.
When you
I've
were
still
one,
got John
when
Barnes,
you
I've
were a
still got
1 year
Ian
old
Rush,
in your nappies, Robbie
I've
Fowler
still
came back.
got
with a
Razor
football
Ruddock.
club.
I've still got David James,
Who else did Robbie Fowler play for in the Premier League?
Man City, Leeds.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
Hey,
Who did
look,
we sign Harry Kewell from?
Leeds.
Low. Hey, boys. I think it's a good time to wrap up the stream because we've went from Henderson, England to Skirtle to quizzes. But that's, by the way, I think an A-star piece of content on Husam's channel. I'll be the mediator.
I'll have him on a quiz.
How about this? I'll set up a quiz. I'll set up a quiz. You guys do the quiz, and I'll be the mediator.
I don't do quizzes. I have shit memory.
Look at him! Look at him! Look at him!
Hey, Tommy,
Listen, I don't do quizzes. You're the guy who
That
does.
is mad. You can't backtrack like that.
Bottle
Bro,
job.
Tom has an
no,
MBA in sports journalism. He studied this shit.
Bottle job.
He
Bottle
studied that.
job.
Anyway,
He just has a. Listen, I smoke in it, so my memory is fucked compared to him. That's the problem.
Lad, I
that's
drink.
the excuse. Oh, it's fine. Boys, I want to wrap it up there just because I'll be going live again soon. But I appreciate every one of you for coming on the channel. Massive shout out to Husam. This is football. Tom Little with a 1 in the middle of it, and Monts. Big Six Banter, of course. Go subscribe to all the boys chat. Chat, let me know as well. Is this bearable audio? Because there might be times where I have to not have these in for the meantime while I sort out a way.
You actually sound better without it, Loki.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Your audio is a
I'll
lot more clear without the headphones.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. No, happy days then. Nice one. Anyway, thank you for watching, chat. What I'll do, I'll leave you all there. Smash a like on your out. Subscribe to the boys. Anything that you've got coming up that they can watch out for?
Yeah, I've
Hopefully a
got
fucking quiz against us, Sam.
a preview at 7 p.m. I've got a preview, a Champions League preview as well. So United must win, basically. So UCL preview 7 p.m. So be there.
I got a
Big
watch
up.
along, Arsenal Sevilla. So you can go
Nice.
watch Monts' preview and then come watch my watch along.
Nice.
go.
Thomas, you got any more?
I don't do
career
stuff
mode?
with Champions League, mate. I can't be bothered watching the Champions League. It's shit. It's
Any
shit
FIFA
without
streams?
maybe tomorrow.
Nice.
He sold
nice.
Mo Salah, so I'm no longer watching. He knows I was watching his FIFA streams. No longer watching. Go fuck
That's
yourself, Tom.
That's funny. Anyway, chat, we will see you all in a bizzle. Peace out.